All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a channel update. Today is March 16th, and today I wanted to give y'all an update of what's coming up on the channel because tomorrow, Sunday the 17th, is the last day of Last Epoch for a little bit. I just got bored rerunning Monoliths all the times and everything like that. So, gonna give it a little break, go play something else for a while, and I've already got a new series lined up and upload and everything like that. But there are a couple of things before that that are going to happen. So, starting on the 18th will be episode 3 a day for the week, pretty much. Um, the I'm doing some computer test on my new computer, like I did with the Cyberpunk. This is going to be like 3 videos a day. One of them, the reason why I'm testing these is because these are like process intensive, RAM, all that stuff like that. So one of the things I tried is some more Undead Legacy. So anybody who enjoyed our series playing that, hopefully you'll enjoy this little 10-day series. It's only 10 days, one horde. I just wanted to try it out to see how it did. It actually did really, really well. We kept up in I think, the 70s and 80s range, and it was on the default graphic settings. So, uh, nothing really special. I don't know if the default graphic settings are high or medium or what. They were just on the default. I didn't change them. The only thing I changed is like the UI elements and stuff that you can change with Undead Legacy. So, it's a 10-day series. 3 episodes are going to be appearing a day starting Monday, the 18th. Um, Sometime on the 19th, for people who like my Arc Knights banner pool things, will be a new Arc Knights banner. Jessica Alter is releasing on the 19th of March. So look forward to that on the 19th, which is Tuesday. I'll come when I come home from work. I'll do my banner poll as I usually do. We'll get a good count of how many it takes for us to get Jessica Alter. And then after Undead Legacy, like I said, it shouldn't take long. It's gonna be 3 episodes a day, so 3, 6, 9. So by Wednesday we'll be 9 episodes in, and on the morning release of the Thursday will be day 10. Um, so that's March 21st will be when that's released. So that'll be the end of the Undead Legacy deal. Then I have one other computer test I wanted to do, and that's the Project Zomboid Sophia Collection. Um, so Sophia Collection has been updated from when we played it before. It was 1.9 when we played it. It's now 1.11. There's been some mod changes and things like that. Uh, I think there's some of the maps have been taken away. Some new modded maps have been added and things like that. I think we did shoot, what is one second. Let me give you so I know. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. It's been about a week since I've recorded that. Give me a second to remember the name of it. Levenberg. That's where we started. It's like I said, it's been about a week because I've been working on the new series. So it's only a 4-part episode deal. Still 3 parts a day, except for the last 2 parts. They come out on the 22nd. So it'll be the Undead Legacy Day 10, then part 1 and part 2 of the Project Zomboid, and then on the 22nd will be part 3 and part 4. And that'll be the end of those. And then we start our new series on the 23rd, which is Saturday. And it'll be back to 1 episode days there. The new series, drumroll please, is 7 Days to Die War of the Walkers mod. A little bit different though. I was going to play it as normal. I was going to do Blood Moon Hordes and all that stuff like that. And then got onto the Discord for War of the Walkers because a couple of the modlets I was wanting to use didn't work, and I wanted to see maybe they have some recommendations of other modlets and things. And one of the modlets they recommend you can play with this mod that actually work and everything is called Increased Hordes. And now this doesn't affect the Blood Moon. This affects all the Wandering Hordes. So I looked into it, and if you want to, you can go and look it up yourselves. It's on like 7days2diemods.com. And what it does is not just have the regular wandering hordes, there's also wandering animal hordes and all things like that. There could be passive animals, there could be aggressive animals like bears. We have run into um, dogs, a bunch of wandering dog packs, zombie dog packs. So there's a bunch of those running around. Now, this does not start, I think, until either day 4 or 5. I can't remember off the top of my head. I was going to play, like I said, I was going to play the series like normal, and then I looked into this and I said, you know what? Let's do something different. Let's do Wandering Horde stuff. So I went and I downloaded a mod, but I didn't do it until like day 4, day 5. So around day 4, day 5 is when we start seeing more Wandering Horde showing up. Um, I think we faced like 3 zombie dog packs so far, and I'm on day 15 by now. At when I last stopped recording, I've like day 15 ahead of the recording. I have things planned out to release and everything like that going through. But it also took us, I think, like 8, 9 days to us to find an NPC to hire, a soldier to hire. So the soldiers were a little bit hard to find at first, but now that it's been like 9 days or so, about day 9, I think is when I found my first guy. Could be day 10, but I think it was day 9. And and it was a soldier that you can hire. And since then, I've seen more of them. I've seen a lot more of them. We've it's just, I hope y'all enjoy the series. I'm having actually really high fun with it. I have decided also in this series to increase the difficulty a little bit. So every 7 days so far in the mod, up to a certain point, every 7 days, I go from the lowest difficulty all the way up to I'm going to stop it at warrior difficulty, which is like 2 levels above default difficulty for the map. I've also turned I started the zombies as slow as I could because, like I said, I was going to do Blood Moon at first. But with day 7, I turned them up to where they're 1 under default, except for the night zombies. I think I left them on their lowest setting. But the feral zombies, and I didn't mess with the Blood Moon zombies because well, we didn't go have a Blood Moon, so it doesn't matter. But the feral zombies have been turned up. I think they're now at their default to sprint. I can't remember for sure. They might be 1 under it, but eventually they'll be turned up to their default speed of sprint. And by day 21, we should be on warrior difficulty. Once we reach that point, I'm not going to be increasing the difficulty or the speed of the zombies anymore. What I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the hordes from the increased hordes mods. The 1 second while I get me a drink. I'm a little thirsty. The when I started with the mod, I turned it down because I think the default is like up to 6 hordes can spawn at once, and there could be a lot of numbers in there. I think it was like 32 zombies could spawn at a time on default settings. I turned that all down to only 2 hordes can spawn, and a maximum of 16 zombies can be spawned for the hordes. So I'm going to be turning that up as we go along. I didn't mess with the animal zombies. They're actually set to their original default multipliers and things like that. I think it's like 32 or something animals can spawn at once. There's also uh some merging things that could happen. Like uh so let's say there's two zombie hordes, or a animal and an aggressive animal and the zombie horde. If they're within 10 meters of each other, they could link up and form a bigger group. But if a group is formed of that and they get larger than 50 meters apart, they'll spread out. They won't consider themselves one big horde anymore. So that's an interesting thing I might mess with. And also, I don't know if I'll decrease the range or something like that. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna have to look into settings more for that. But maybe I don't know yet. But I will say this: I am loving the difference in playstyle than the Blood Moon. I was really not feeling it on the Blood Moon. I actually might have just stopped the pack at like day 14 or something if we had still just gone with the Blood Moon as normal. But with the Wandering Horde mechanic, I am liking that more than the Blood Moon mechanic. And I'm hoping over the course of this series to get to the point where I could feel a little bit of pressure, not too much that I'm upset, but just a little bit of pressure when a Wandering Horde shows up, especially if I'm doing like a POI or something. Because when you're doing POIs, if you leave the area, you fail the quest. So I think I want to get to that point where I will be in a POI and then oh shit, there's like a bear horde outside I got to go deal with. Or they're gonna just run rampant if I don't deal with them and things like that. So it's really interesting. There's really some interesting zombie models in the mod as well. There's various zombies. Um, I did add some modlets to it. You can't add many. If you really want to add modlets to the War of the Walkers mod, I would highly recommend going to their Discord. There is under their general tab another button. If you just hover over the general tab, it'll pop out like another button that you can click. It's called the compatibility modlets. And I'm going to go, or let me get it up real quick and I'll go over the modlets I added. They're like I said, you can't just use any modlet other mod with this that you want. It's a highly customized pack because it's not just War of the Walkers. SMX, if you don't know, is a UI mod that is very popular with the game. A lot of people use it, and it's been incorporated into this mod. The whole UI pack of SMX is just going in here, so you can't use stuff that changes any part of the UI. Like there's a mod that I really wanted, and I kept on trying to get work. I could just never get it to work. It's called the extra game options, I think, on Nexus Hub. It allows you to change a lot of various things like the wandering hordes and things like that as well. Um, but I could just never get it to work. It wouldn't show up in the game settings UI like it's supposed to. It's supposed to be like extra two windows that you could click on to change settings. It just wouldn't work. I tried another thing, another game options deal that allows you to just not, it doesn't add any new windows. It just increases the number that you can increase stuff like the block damage 300% that I usually set at. You could put it up like 1,000 if you wanted to. Didn't work either. So yeah, just a lot of mods don't work with this. You can't just download any mod. Like I said, I would highly recommend you going to the Discord for War of the Walkers. It's a really nice community, I feel, and you can just load it up. You don't need anything like a compo pack or anything like that. Also, I don't think compo pack has been updated to Alpha 21 yet anyway, where War of the Walkers has been updated Alpha 21. Um, there is some issues with the um, there is no, if I'm not mistaken, right now there is no uh really the NPCs are not really completely implemented yet like they were in Alpha 20. They're still working on that and getting those all up to date. I think they're still pretty buggy on some of them. I've run into one raider. There is bandit NPCs in this game. They're also called raiders. But they are very much um I've only ran into one. I've ran into several soldiers, like I said before, eventually after like day 9, but I've only ever seen the one bandit. So just to let you know, I don't think the NPCs are completely there yet. There is other mods that used to work with this in Alpha 20. I don't think they work right now, but I'm hoping they'll be coming pretty soon. I want to say they're the NPCs of another modder, the Borderlands Psychos. If you go watch Gun Nerds and Steels, he did a series on this pack back in Alpha 20. He had like Borderlands Psychos as an enemy, some Whisperers, people who can summon zombies and stuff also in the pack. And I looked at them, they say they're updated, but a lot of people have complained that they're not really working well and say not to use them. So just to be aware of that. So I wouldn't do that if I wouldn't do that yet if I were you. I just let the regular NPCs be in there, and they're also still kind of buggy, I feel. um One major thing, if you do use this pack, it's still the same from Alpha 20. If you When you have the soldier followers, your companions and things, don't bring them into the Trader POI. It really messes up the game. It could severely cause a crash. You could lose your save. Whatever you do, don't bring any soldier NPCs, characters that you have following you into a Trader POI. Leave them outside. I can't stress that enough. I've heard horror stories on their deal, and this was back in Alpha 20, and people say it still happens in Alpha 21. So don't do it. I just want to give that warning to y'all. Okay. So let me go over real quick extra mods that I added. Some of them I found some that work that aren't on the Discord, and I'll tell you which ones those are. But most of the ones I have are from the Discord. So uh, first one here is clear skies, weather the apocalypse. Basically, this just makes it not rain so much in Alpha 21, because it if you it just rains a lot. It just constantly raining. Almost, it's like every day it rains, and it can rain multiple times. You'll see it during the Undead Legacy Alpha 20 series. We were in a POI long enough that the rain came, the rain went, the rain came back again while we were finishing up the POI. It it's just too much. So what this does is it clears that up a lot, where it doesn't rain near as much, and when it does, it doesn't really like darken the sky a whole lot. So hopefully that helps us out without it makes it where it's not so dark in the POIs when we're in there, when we don't have the headlight mod. I do eventually get one, but still I try to do that for y'all so y'all can see easier. Um then like I said, I added the improved hordes. I'm really having fun with it. This one also, I should give an interesting tidbit. You don't change any settings in game. You have to change the settings in an XML file in the folder. You go to improved hordes, config, and you change the go into improved another improved hordes folder, And then there is a settings.xml file in that second improved hordes folder in the config folder in the improved hordes folder. And that's where you go and change all your settings for your improved hordes. So that's where you go to change your settings. You don't change the settings in game. You change them in that settings.xml file. Let's see. What else? I added more containers. That's also in the Discord recommendation list. It just does what it says. It adds more containers that you can build to contain your loot, stash, whatever you want to call it. Um, see, there is no need to do things like OCB mods, like pin recipes or stop teal waste. Those are automatically included in this mod, so you don't have to put those in. As far as I know, they came with it when I downloaded it, and I downloaded it from the Discord. And then this one is one I found, and I have the links to all of these in the description. I found is random zombie names. It's actually just released on March 9th on the Nexus Hub. That's Nexus Mod Hub. That's where I found it. And it does what it says. It gives the zombies random names when you're looking at their health bar. And this actually works with this mod. So, you know, if you want your zombies to just have, it's got thousands of randoms names, it says, logged in. I think this is how some people use their Patreon names and subscriber names for Twitch and stuff like that in their game. This one is just random zombie names that you can find on Nexus Mods. I really like it. It adds a little bit of character to it, and things like that. So there is that one. Like I said, links in the description if you want to go and download these mods yourself. And then there is, this one is one you have to get from the Discord. It's a direct download link. You have to, Discord will ask if you trust this. You have to say yes, and then it will take you to your web browser to download it. It's a direct download link, and it is a stack limit increase. There is various versions of it. I chose the highest one, of course, the 60,000 one. So stack limit has been increased to 60,000 for, I think, most items. I don't think all items, but most items can now stack up to 60,000. Like wood and rocks and things like that, if I'm not mistaken. So that's the extra mods. That's all there is. But it's not as many because, like I said, this mod pack is pretty specialized. So I want to thank everybody for watching. I hope you enjoy this new War of the Walker series. I'm having a blast with it. I actually today, while I was today, Saturday, I was just uploading videos, getting ready for next week. I was getting all the videos uploaded for the upcoming week so y'all could watch them and everything like that. And I just wanted to stop and start playing and recording more of War of the Walkers. That's how much fun I'm having. I want to play more. So I want to thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all enjoying this. I hope y'all enjoyed the new series. Look forward to Undead Legacy, Project Zomboid, the Jessica Alter banner, and then War of the Walkers when it starts next Saturday. So thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a nice time, whatever time it is in y'all's part of the world. Bye.